Marshawn Kneeland's girlfriend, Catalina Mancera, is pregnant with his baby. That revelation comes in the wake of the tragic death of the 24-year-old defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys. It's a story of promise, heartbreak, loss, and a new life on the way. And we're going to unpack every detail. Marshawn Kneeland was born July 8, 2001, in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He attended Godwin Heights High School, and from an early age he showed the athleticism and determination that would carry him forward. He committed to Western Michigan University, where over his college career he racked up impressive numbers, tackles, sacks, and a reputation as a hardworking, respectful young man. Soon enough, the NFL came calling. In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys selected him in the second round, 56th overall. And just like that, the dream began. In his rookie season, Marshawn faced ups and downs, injury setbacks, adapting to the pro game, but he persevered. Then, the 2025 season arrives, and he's building momentum. On Monday Night Football, just days before his death, he recovered a blocked punt and scored his first NFL touchdown, a defining moment for any young player. Then, the shock. On November 6, 2025, Marshawn Kneeland was found dead in Frisco, Texas. The authorities believe it to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound following a police pursuit earlier that evening. The Texas Department of Public Safety reported that troopers attempted to stop his vehicle for a traffic violation. The chase ended in a crash, and he fled on foot, and later his body was discovered in a nearby area. At the same time, dispatch audio and police records show his girlfriend had called 911 earlier, stating he was armed, had a history of mental illness, and was threatening to end his life. He also sent group texts saying goodbye to loved ones. The Dallas Cowboys issued a heartfelt statement. It is with extreme sadness that the Dallas Cowboys share that Marshawn Kneeland tragically passed away this morning. Marshawn was a beloved teammate and member of our organization. Our thoughts and prayers regarding Marshawn are with his girlfriend, Catalina, and his family. Suddenly, a rising NFL star had died. The reaction from the NFL community poured in, from teammates, coaches, the league itself, media outlets, all in shock, all mourning. His agent described him as a dear friend and said he had poured his heart into every snap, every practice, every moment on the field, and that losing him was a pain I can hardly put into words. Teammates spoke of his smile, his joy, his toughness, and none of that should make sense in the wake of suicide. Then comes the next twist, perhaps the most emotional of all. His girlfriend, Catalina Mancera, who kept a low profile in the days after his death, revealed in a November 10th social media post, "My sweet baby, words could never express how broken I feel. You're everything. I'll love you forever, my beautiful angel." And at a press conference on November 12th, the Cowboys head coach confirmed that Catalina is expecting Marshawn's child. The organization later announced the creation of a Marshawn Kneeland Memorial Fund to ensure she and the unborn baby are supported. This moment is bittersweet. On one hand, we mourn Marshawn, his life, and his unfulfilled potential. On the other, we recognize a new life, a child that will carry his legacy forward. His girlfriend stands not just in grief, but also bracing for the future. The Cowboys and the NFL community have committed resources and emotional support, but the journey ahead is still uncertain. Let's pause and reflect on the bigger picture. This story is not simply about sports. It's about mental health, pressure, identity, and tragedy in the spotlight. Here's a young athlete fighting injuries, expectations, fame, adversity, and perhaps demons we may never fully know. His girlfriend reached out for help. Dispatch records show she called about his mental state. In the aftermath, the narrative shifts beyond what he did on the field to what was happening off the field. Mental health experts say the NFL has made strides, but cases like this show how fragile things remain. Here's what his teammates are doing. The Cowboys announced they'll wear helmet decals and t-shirts in his honor. They held an emotional locker room meeting to grieve and to support each other. They've said they will dedicate their season to his memory, to finish strong not just for victories, but for him. Fans have expressed sorrow, posting tributes, sharing his highlights, sending support to Catalina. But there have also been painful moments. During a moment of silence before a game, a small group of fans heckled, drawing outrage. It underlines how grieving in public, in the world of sports, can become messy, raw, real. Let's rewind to his journey one more time. Marshawn grew up with big dreams. His mother passed away in February 2024, unexpectedly. He carried her ashes in a necklace. That loss weighed on him even as he stepped into the NFL. He pushed, he fought, he showed up, and finally he got his first touchdown, a moment of triumph. But his death came almost immediately after, reminding us how fleeting life can be. The timelines collide. The high of accomplishment, the low of despair. What does this mean now? Catalina Mancera is expecting their baby. The memorial fund is set up. The Cowboys and NFL community are mobilizing resources. Fans will remember Marshawn, not just as a player, but as a human being. And the child to come becomes a symbol of remembrance, of continuity, and hope in the middle of sadness. But there are challenges. Raising a child without a father, doing so under the shadow of a public tragic event, handling media attention. These are real issues. The community must rally. The league must keep working on mental health. The conversation must deepen. For you watching this, here are things to consider. A. Every athlete you see is a person with struggles you don't always see. B. When someone seems successful on the surface, that doesn't mean they're okay inside. C. If you or anyone you know is in crisis, there is help. Don't assume someone's fine. Reach out, talk, listen. D. Legacy isn't just what you accomplish. It's how you affect others, the love you leave behind. Marshawn Kneeland was a player who impacted people. His memory will continue through his family, friends, and unborn child. In the coming weeks and months, we'll watch how Catalina and that baby's story unfolds. We'll see how the Cowboys honor him on the field. We'll hear more about the support systems set up, the mental health responses, the conversations that emerge. This story is far from over. So as we close this chapter, we remember Marshawn Kneeland, the life, the loss, the love, the baby on the way. We stay hopeful for Catalina, for the child, for a community that rallies in kindness. We urge greater awareness. We hold space for grief and for love. Because sometimes in tragedy we find purpose. Because sometimes in a life cut short, we find a mission to live fuller ourselves. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.